Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. It's about to be silly. Hi, boo. Hold on, 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 hold on. Yes. Ah! Yeah, okay, hold on one second. Yes. Okay, okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Rich Rising. Hi. Hi, Boos. Hello. I need to share this. Let me share this. Not that, but let me share it. Let me share the live. Because it was supposed to be done a couple days ago. Let me say 2 days ago. I am live now. That's why I can't be. I can't be. I should have changed the hello. Dun, dun, dun. Let me turn this on silent, y'all. Yeah, come back when we having a kid video then. All of my videos are listed not for kids. Every last single video on my page is not listed for kids. You need to send your mama or your daddy back to get this information so that they can help you clear your karmic debt. Cause I don't do things for children without their mama and daddy permission. Mm. you too. Okay, so hello, guys. Welcome to the channel. Jupiter Code. I am Intuitive Mom. Okay, so we are going to do a message about they be acting up. All right. We are going to do a message about going where you are aligned, not where you are tolerated. Okay. Um, being at your spiritual table, and then being at places that were never meant for you to sit. Okay, so this is going to be like when I received this message, right, I'm gonna be honest, it was about heaven and hell, right? And heaven and hell, it was about priest energy, being spiritually gifted and certain houses, and then like applying your gifts. It's also about like harvesting energy, so we just gonna see like kind of what comes out. This can also be in alignment with like relationships as well. All right, being in relationships, all relationships are spiritual. Every last single relationship that you have, whether it's a love relationship, it's platonic, it's, you know, a friendship, even a relationship that you have with your teachers, these are all relationships that are spiritual because they are meant to take you places. Okay, everything is not 50-50. Everything is 100 and 100. So you have to give 100 to receive 100. Okay, if you give 90%, you're gonna get 90% back. That's the spiritual game. Okay, spiritual alignment does not need to be spiritual. Being in spiritual alignment is not combative. I said combative. It's not competitive either, but it's not combative. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't have to fight to be in any relationship. If you gotta fight for your rights, fight for your respect. If you have to, you know, if you like, hey, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, like you're really trying to force something. So dear divine, please bless and charge me with the energy to bring a balance to my complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Everything that is above is below. Please block out any interruptions, any distractions, any negative energy that is sent my way towards the collective. Return it back to sender 7-11 times. Return it back to its rightful place, its rightful owner, so that people can be on their own timeline. They can, you know, clear their own karma. Anyone that's trying to send karma our way, that is, you know, anybody that's trying to send karma our way, just, you know, dust monkeys. All right. So thank you so much, divine. I am going to use my divine pivot oil. I'm calling in my highest vibrational ancestors, spirit team, guardian angels, and let me turn this TV off. Is that the wrong remote control? Might be the wrong remote control. Alright, I'm calling in our highest vibrational ancestors, deities, and spirit guides to assist with this message. Jama Kali, Jama Durga Sri Sayi, may peace be with all of us. Thank you so much, Mother Mirror. I'm looking for some incense to burn. We are going to burn some against jealousy and High John the Conqueror. Alright. So guys, when you come in, please like the video. Whether you like the video or not, just simply showing up gives me permission to pull on your energy. So if you don't want your energy pulled on, if you don't want me to read you, I advise you not to be on my channel. Because you will get read, you will get seen. whether you are acknowledged or not. Okay, I suggest you go and build your self-confidence up. All right, because I don't acknowledge people who do not acknowledge me. All right, I do read on your energy. You will get a message. I'm not, you know, I'm nice. I'm a Sag Mercury. Very direct and blunt over here. And I love all people. All right. And I appreciate even the ops coming to check me out. All right. So yeah, everybody get seen and felt over here. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and like the video. I'm talking about like the video. Let me go ahead and like the video. Let me go ahead and post the video. Alright, so let me talk to Divine real quick in my head, okay? In my head. Alright, thank you so much. Alright. Such a crazy code word. Alright, so thank you so much, Divine. Guys, I am going to be doing a reading either later on today or tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a reading later on today or tomorrow on a couple. It's going to be it's going to be it's going to be a mediumship reading. Amazing Grace, if you have a split second, can you drop their names in the comment for me? Actually, or can you text me? Don't drop it in the comment. Can you text me? Real quick. My mind blank. Alright. Let's see what the energy is for this reading. Clear. Alright, thank you so much, Spirit. Can you give me the energy for the reading about being in places that we belong, having a seat at our design spiritual table? Okay, first card out is false, confusion and illusion, and health concerns in reverse. Alright, thank you so much, Spirit. So first card out is false. Alright, so there is a false contract. Point blank, period. I already knew that from the very beginning of what was going to come out. And then confusion and illusion. And then health concerns in reverse. Okay. So there's some type of health concerns that are clearing up, or something that has happened in your body. Thank you so much. I got it. I did that. I took a screenshot. All right, thank you so much. So there's false documents. There's false documents, a false contract. All right, priestess. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. Give me one more card. Thank you so much, Spirit. Look at that. Work, labor, and efforts. All right. So from the very beginning, From the very beginning, someone has been on the wrong contract. Okay, the wrong spiritual contract, the wrong divine contract. Something definitely was out of alignment with whatever it is that, whatever contract it is that you may have signed. All right. Something has been out of alignment. Okay. This could have been a 1 year out of alignment to see, okay, or 10 years. That's a long time. However, there's things that's happening right now, y'all. Like, for example, Saturn and Neptune has transited into Aries, right? Or it's getting ready to transit into Aries. So people are stepping into their rightful power, all right, spiritually as well too. Um, it's giving Hierophant energy with Capricorn going into Aries. It's definitely giving like Hierophant energy. Like, this is your true, authentic, divine contract. Now, there's been some confusion along this contract, along this pathway. There's been some confusion because it did feel very familiar. But the reason why it felt familiar is because you may have been in your South Node energy, okay? For the first time in 36 years, not 135 years, 36 years. These transits happen every 36 years, okay? Not 135 years, but I love that, okay? My phone did a slow motion, okay? So, you know what's crazy? The contract that I'm actually picking up on is something that was like it was South Node energy, but it was something that you were familiar with it, but it definitely didn't feel as if like I'm supposed to be doing this. You knew you were supposed to be doing something. So let's say that you were in a particular industry, all right, a particular industry, and yes, you were making money. Yes, it was very easy for you, and that's the part right there. My keys. That's the part right there where it was so easy that you felt as if it was a very natural contract, right? Now these particular I don't know if I want to use the word energies. This particular day to day, that's what I'm gonna say. It wasn't really like concerning to you on a physical health level, but like a mental health level. So it's like every day you were in this stressful environment. Let's say you worked in the stock market, right? And which is a very stressful environment if you're not supposed to be in the stock market. But some people naturally have this gift of like numbers and just knowing. And so like it's very easy for them to tap into. Like my husband, he's very, very, very good at the stock market. And I'm supposed to be good at the stock market. However, I'm not a numbers type of person. And so I'm an intuitive, I'm an intuitive, gifted person. So when it comes to like the stock market, my gifts are not being able to look at the chart and knowing that, okay, well, this stock is going to rise, this is going to go down, and da, 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 da. My gifts are me tapping into my crown chakra and paying attention, like I have to pray up on, like, hey, is this a good investment or whatnot? And then listening to my intuition on whether or not it's a good investment and whether to move or groove or whatever. I'm solely based on this right here, my gut. You understand? Where my husband is good at looking at the numbers. Like literally looking at, I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? He was like, it's you see this, and I'm like, I could say yeah, because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I see it. I don't see it, but I'd be like, I don't want him to sit here and explain it. Okay, he's a life path number 4 too. He's a life path number 4. I'm a life path number 1. Me, I'm just solely like, hey, but for him, it's just natural. It's just natural. And the thing is, like, he's tried other things and he always go back to the stock market. Like, always going back to the stock market. And that's what's natural to him, but it's not like natural to the point where, he doesn't like to take a lot of risks, right? And so, anyway, it will cause some type of confusion because the minute that something falls, he like, why did that happen to me? But then I had to like start breaking things down to him and explaining that sometimes we have to take losses in life in order to learn to do certain things, right? And so this is what that confusion and illusion. At some point, clear. At some point, it felt as if like something that was natural, like, oh, I have to stop doing this and do something else, right? And that's where the false contract came in at, right? Trick of the enemy is to get you off of your path. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, so what is this false? What is false and confusion and illusion? So like I said, this was not an actual physical concern for you, right? So love it. Oh, this is sweetheart in reverse. And then you have healer in reverse. All right. So this was not actually like something that was like physically concerning your, like, okay, I'm physically sick or there's something physically happening to me. To be honest, like someone could be a healer, but they've been gravitating towards a particular journey, right? So let's say you're going to go into tarot reading. You like tarot reading. Reading tarot is very natural for you. But in this particular lifetime, you're supposed to be doing something with your hands, okay? You're supposed to be doing something with your hands as opposed to speaking with your mouth and being a healer that talks. Tarot readers they speak. We use our throat chakra a lot. So this is where that sweetheart part comes in at, right? So someone has literally been staying in their South Node energy based solely off of the way that they have been speaking to others and talking, okay? Using their throat chakra when they should be using their arms and their legs or whatever the case is, right? Arms and legs. Someone is strong Pisces energy, but it's actually giving podiatrist, okay? Someone could definitely be going to a podiatrist or seeing a podiatrist, something about their feet. Clear. All right, thank you so much. I'm clearing that for a reason. All right, thank you so much. What's the confusion and illusion in healer in reverse? Victory in reverse. So yeah, so something is bound to not work out for you. I don't want to say fail, but I'm gonna use the word fail, like point blank and period. Something is not working out for you. I'm also picking up on, I'm going into like an actual connection. I'm going into a connection, like as if like the people that you are getting in a relationship with, platonic or like actual love relationship, it hasn't worked out because it's no way, ain't no way dancing was just mentioned again. Wow. Again. So it's like something hasn't worked out because it's just not for you. Like, it's not for you. You're supposed to be helping those people in a different type of way. So if you come in contact with multiple different people, clear, you come in contact with multiple different people. I'm getting like 4 messages at a time. That's why I'm clearing it, because it's almost like when I didn't choose this particular topic, but when this download came to me, spirit guides started showing up and saying, you know, tell her this, tell them this, tell them this, do that. And so this is kind of like our spirit team has been speaking and telling us like this is not in alignment. Like, you're asking for abundance, you asking for a particular route, and you failed at so many things in life. And I'm getting that, y'all, my Dia is doing what my Dia does when it goes extremely high. Same Dia from the other day when I was giving a reading, and it was burning high, y'all. It was burning high. Let me get this camera going. Look how high that is. Look how high that flame is. All right. So, so y'all, and it's like super still too. It's like super still. Like, it's just standing up super still. So that's also the presence of spirit as well too. You know, sometimes spirits make your candle dance or whatnot. Look at the glitch. Y'all, look at the glitch. The matrix is glitching. All right. Sometimes spirit makes your candle flames dance or whatnot, but sometimes they make them stand still so that you can be still and they're communicating with you and telling you something. So spirit is alive at 5 for real. Okay. Now back to the message. Thank you so much. So your spirit team has been giving you messages and things about stillness is also a message. That part right there, stillness is also a message. The stillness is the message, the big message. All right, 7-11 is relevant, and November the 17th is relevant as well too. All right, spirit has been giving you messages about being still and just listening. Being still and just listening. The other thing too is that I'm getting that someone's throat chakra has been off balance, out of key, out of whack. Some messages that are being transcribed, some messages that have been transcribed is being taken out of content. That's what they just said. Some messages that have been transcribed is being taken out of content. Okay. So clear. Thank you so much, spirit. So what's this health concerns in reverse? What's health concerns in reverse? And health concerns in reverse is sitting next to the priestess. All right, y'all, south node and north node. So here we go, south node. I told y'all. So this is north node in reverse. So this is someone staying in their south node energy. So this has something to do with stillness. You being still. You continuing to doing the same thing day in and day out, right? Someone is asking spirit the message of like, how would I be abundant? How would I pay my bills if I am not going to work, or if I'm not doing this particular thing that I trained in life to do all my whole life? How would I be abundant? And spirit is saying something about faith. All right. With the priestess coming out, they're saying something about faith, and they're saying that you already have all of the codes. You just actually need to have faith. And someone is saying that I do have faith. I've always had faith. So what are you talking about? You know, but there's doubt there as well too, y'all. There's doubt there. There's doubt. That's south node energy. Someone, yes, you can ask a question. Someone is also there's doubt. Yeah, thank you so much, Divine. There is doubts there. What's this doubt? Conflict in reverse. Conflict in reverse. All right, so this is the thing. So double Leo energy here being activated. Fifth house is being activated. Your creativity. Someone is very good at doing something with their hands or doing something with their feet. Very good at it. And the doubt is coming up is coming in as, who is going to watch me? Who is going to enjoy this? So there are other people out there that enjoy doing exactly what you're doing and watching exactly as you're doing. Spirit is shutting something down. I'm getting something in the 10th house is being shut down and being cleared out. Someone may have a retrograding planet in their 10th house. So if you have a retrograding planet in your 10th house, it wants to give you the results of the 9th house, which is strongly ruled by Jupiter, right? They want to give you the results of your 9th house. And so with that being said, they want to expand something that you've had doubts about in your past, because in your past you failed. Now, I'm going to do a past life message real quick, all right? In the past life, you failed because it wasn't the time to do that. However, when you ascended, died, passed on in your past life, you actually made a plan and said, you know what, I'm going to come back down onto earth and I'm going to do this over again, and I'm going to do it right and authentically and with integrity this lifetime, right? But when you transition down on here, you were born into a certain type of family, right? Conflict. You were born into a certain type of family who may have not had a lot of money or a lot of things for you to invest into that particular gift that you carry. Let's say you do have the gift of dancing, singing, or even knitting, or creating art or whatnot, but you were born into a poverty-stricken type of lifestyle where your mother couldn't send you to college, or you don't have a full college degree. Yeah, you took college classes here and there or whatever the case is, and you may have wanted to be an engineer, but at the end of the day, you couldn't totally be an engineer. But you've been working at this job for 27 years and all of a sudden they made you into an engineer. You don't need a college degree to be an engineer. I know someone, a Leo, in fact, that is now considered an engineer. Yes, she is in her 50s. I got chills in my head. Yes, she is in her 50s. She's been working at that job for a very long time, but she does not have a college degree. Barely have a high school diploma. I don't know if her high school diploma is real or not. It doesn't matter, because she's been in that particular field for so long. They have now promoted her to be a engineer. So this is just absolutely something that is like, oh, okay. I'm also getting a message of someone giving up something right before it takes off. Work, labor, and efforts. Okay. Work, labor, and efforts. What is that? Community in reverse. So this is something that you're working on, that you're putting time and effort into. You're not going to get the community's approval right away. You're not going to get the community's approval right away, because you're actually in the wrong community. Thank you so much, Spirit. You're actually in the wrong community. You need to go where you belong, where, where people accept you. That's the message right there. That is the message right there. You need to go where people actually accept you. All right. Your community is not the ones that, they like, well, we don't like when you do this, or we don't like when you do that. That doesn't really fit you or anything like that. That's not your community. That's not your community. Okay. If you are a troll in your own quote unquote community, you don't belong there. Okay. If everybody is telling you like, well, we don't like this, we don't like that, and we don't accept you, I'm not talking about one or two haters, but I'm talking about like a whole community. Like a whole community. And then everybody, that's like you showing up to, showing up to a party and everybody has baked goods, and here you go with the confirmations. Here you go with, look, confirmations on 10,000, 100,000. Okay, thank you. But that's like you showing up to a party and they say, hey, we're going to bring our best desserts. And you decide, I'm not bringing my desserts. I'm going to bring fucking tacos. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm going to bring fucking mac and cheese. Okay. No, that's not what it was. That's not your community. Just because if you want to be different, go where people want to be different at. But over here, we doing the same thing. This is those people community. You can't barge in and just because you want to try something different and be like, I'm going to project and I'm going to object and I just want to be different, and you got to show up different in the community. Bitch, this is not your fucking community. Get the fuck on. And I say that with the most, all right, thank you so much, Spirit. It's not it. You get what I'm saying? So if you have to keep fighting for attention and for acceptance, and it's so many people that don't like you or want you there because your ass want to keep bringing fucking mac and cheese and fucking tacos to the fucking dessert table. It's like, no, we don't want that. We want fucking cake and biscuits and Biscoff cheesecake. Like, bitch, we want Betty Cracker, not motherfucking, how do you find your community? You don't find your community finds you. You don't find your community. You don't find your God finds you. Your community has the same God as you. They have the same God as you. They have the same beliefs as you. They have the same natural attraction, the same vibe as you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't go out looking. What your job is to worry about your own lane, be driving your own fucking car down your lane, and all of a sudden you look behind you and you got mad motherfucker. You like, bitch, I'm the one at the red light. Yes. I love being the first one at the red light. I'm like, ooh, we all showed up together. And I'm okay being behind somebody at a red light too, as long as I know we going the same way. Don't be in the right fucking lane trying to turn right and I got to keep straight. Let me say that the wrong way. Let me say that the right way. Don't be in the fucking right lane going straight and I got to turn right. Why the fuck are you in the right lane? Get your bitch ass in the middle lane. You get what I'm saying? That's being in the wrong lane. That's how community works. It's like, all right, we all about to make a right turn, and here you are holding up the motherfucking right turn lane when these people going the other way that way. We could have been fucking turned, and I could have been to my destination 10 minutes ago. But instead, this motherfucking op want to be sitting in my fucking way going straight, and they sitting there like this. They looking in the rear view mirror, knowing damn motherfucking well that bitch, I gotta turn right. I gotta turn right. I'm in a rush to get to work or get to wherever the fuck I'm supposed to be, and your bitch ass is holding up the motherfucking line. So you get what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Spirit. In the wrong damn lane. So you don't, just stay in your lane, in your position. Thank you so much, Divine. Give me the energy of community in reverse and conflict. The energy of community. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. All right, so and 1st chakra, Archangel Michael. So 1st and 6th chakra. So y'all, listen. Okay. So the 3rd eye activation with Archangel Metatron. So it's this energy with Metatron, right? Metatron sends light codes. They send light codes. However, there's a lot of controversy around Metatron, around Archangel Metatron, right? A lot of people will be like, oh, I don't know what a lot of people do. Let me not say what a lot of people do. Clear? All right. So Archangel Metatron works with a lot of star seeds. He does not work with everybody. He works with a lot of star seeds. He sends light codes, right? And people are not receiving, you are not receiving certain codes or getting certain answers from certain pantheons because you're reaching out to the wrong pantheons, okay? You're reaching out to the wrong pantheons. So Spirit is asking you to fight your way back to the beginning so that you can go on your right path. Archangel Michael coming in to cut shit off. So there is like a sudden ending that's happening. The energy of a sudden ending that's happening. All right. I don't want y'all to look at this as if it's conflict. I just want y'all to, don't continue to fight something. If your TikTok gets taken down, right? If your TikTok gets taken down, if your TikTok gets banned, if your YouTube, if your anything that's happening on this internet, this said internet gets removed, or you suddenly have this urge to delete a particular platform, just do it. Just do it. Fight your way back from the beginning. There are spiritual attacks that happen, like psychic attacks that happen, but there's also like little inkling messages, right? Everything isn't a spiritual attack. Clear? Thank you so much, Spirit. Everything isn't a spiritual attack. Let me pull the tarot card on that. I hear someone saying, oh, they just want me to move off my platform. They want me to stop doing this. They want me to stop doing that. It ain't they. It's not another person. It's your fucking spirit team telling you like you're doing the wrong thing. And every time we ignore, y'all gotta know the difference between a demon and your spirit guides. Like the voice of your spirit guides. Thank you so much, Spirit. You have to know the difference between like some demonic energy. Like there's an attack on the crown chakra, right? But when you start having these different types of headaches, like for example, I have a throbbing, right? This isn't a headache, but this is like a throbbing that just came right when I was saying that, because I'm clairsentient, right? So there's a throbbing that's happening right here. There could be a spiritual attack where someone is trying to crack into your skull, because the thing is, when you talk to your angels and your spirit team and your deities in your mind and not say it out your mouth, the enemy can't hear you. Now once it comes out your mouth, the enemy can hear you and they can show up. You can say, oh God, I know you're talking to God, right? But the enemy was in the room when you was talking to God too. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. All right? Don't forget that. Y'all everybody walls ain't clean. All right? Everybody walls ain't clean. Especially if you live with other people or you live in an apartment building. You never know what portal then opened up in your house. This is why you always have to actively go. Y'all, thank you so much, Spirit. I have a portal that actually opens up right here, right? Even with your head covered. Even with your head covered. Let me tell you something. Even with your head covered, a portal can still open, but they can't penetrate through the covering, right? This is why, like, we need to talk to God in our head. When you're saying certain mantras and you're doing certain prayer works, it's absolutely required that you do it through your mind's, like, what is it called, telekinesis, or whatever the case is, like, that you talk to the spirit. When I say I'm gonna talk, when at the beginning of this reading I said, let me talk to spirit real quick, and I was talking to spirit, y'all didn't hear what I was saying. Y'all didn't hear what I was saying. Why? Because I know the ops show up. I know the ops show up. So that's all I'm saying, you know. So even with your head covered, if your mouth still open, there's something that's still coming out your mouth. Thank you so much, spirit. Telepathically and telekinesis. All right. So use your mind. Use your mind to talk to your spirit team. All right. And then know the voice of something dark and something light. All right. Knowing the voice of something dark and something light. All right. Metatron, this is where the controversy comes in there, right? Because Metatron, thank you. Telekinesis is moving objects with your mind. You're right. Telepathically. All right. Listen, Metatron. Actually, let me expand this out from Metatron. Right. I don't like using the word trickster spirits, right? I don't like using the word trickster spirits because I think trickster is not it's not a proper term, right? Trickster is not a proper term. But deities are not nice. Okay? Deities are not, they're not the nicest. They're very strict. Okay? They're very strict. So when you have deities around you that are strict, right? When you have deities around you that are strict, they will do and say certain things that you as a person you might not like, but they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're just very straightforward. And they will see how much integrity it is that you truly have. And so Metatron is very, very straightforward. And if we go out of Metatron, because Metatron is a light being, like, he just cuts through all types of illusion, that when you hear him say certain things in the mind, or you receive these codes, like when he says certain things, you might not necessarily agree. Okay? And you might think that these are clear. You might think that these are motherfucking ops talking. Thank you so much, Spirit. Look, the Page of Swords. Like, cut through the truth. Okay? Like, cut through the truth with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the messages that's being received is like, I'm going to stay right where I'm at. It's like not making any movement because you feel as if like this is the op talking to you. And at the end of the day, like, you have to know that your spirit team is not fucking yes men's. You know, they're not yes men's. And they're not going to, they're like you have your spirit guides, you have your angels, you have your archangels, you have your holy guardian angel, which is your higher self, right? That don't give a fuck about none of that crybaby ass shit that you talking about. Like, how you gonna pay your bills, how you gonna do this, how you gonna do that. They don't care about that, right? But then you have like your deities and you have your ancestors, and your personal spirit guide that is a little bit more understanding, and so they care about your feelings. But like your archangel, your assigned archangel, and your higher self is like, bitch, move. Get that smoke under your ass. Like, matter of fact, they're not even putting smoke under your ass. They putting a fire under your ass to move. And they like, move. Like, just let it go. Just do it. You know? All right, thank you so much. What's the healer? So someone is tapping into shit, I'm gonna just say like the wrong pantheon of being some sort of healer. So move with grace with that. You have the Queen of Swords that has came out. She's upright. So there's definitely like a blunt truth that's coming from a mother spirit guide, a mother deity, not spirit guide. I'm sorry, divine. A mother deity. What's the Queen of Swords? It's really giving like Kali energy. What's Queen of Swords? Thank you so much. What's Queen of Swords with the healer in reverse? What's Queen of Swords with the healer in reverse? My instant just like the World card in reverse. Yeah. So there is definitely like a there is a ending of something that feels natural coming. Someone definitely could be doing something in a community. So there's a big fall of healers. Oh my goodness. I just got chills when I said that. What's sweetheart in reverse? This definitely is going to be coming out. You're going to see, you could be awakening to a lot of false healers in the community, the Page of Pentacles. A lot of people that have been doing and studying you of some sort in order to have some type of abundance, in order to have yeah, so people is studying you and what it is. And you know what it is? Spirit is telling you, like, this is, you know how, like, you kind of don't want to do the same thing as somebody else because you, like, I don't want them to think that I'm copying off of them or that I've been, you know, looking at them and researching them or whatever the case is, right? What's the Page of Pentacles? Capricorn energy is being activated. Oh, yeah. Aries, Capricorn. Yep. And then the Four of Cups in reverse. All right. Be careful about the type of contract that you sign on to. All right. You don't have to, if you're not a person that, so I'm going to use this as an example, but this is just an example, right? If you're not a person that like the type of, like I do a different type of reading, right? I do a different type of reading. I don't know if there's other people out there. I'm not sorry, Robert, just doing some research. Next time, listen to understand. Not okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. Okay. So, Four of Cups in reverse. So, let's say, Clear, he mad about that. He got so mad about that. Okay, Four of Cups in reverse. An offer being rejected. All right? A contract being rejected, and then the signing of a contract with the devil. Okay? So, someone is definitely, so I'm not a particular type of reader, right? I've seen readers that are like extremely nicer than me that don't use profanity when they read cards or when they do certain things or whatever the case is, right? And kudos to them. I'm not talking down on them. I don't consider them, love and light, because they might give the same type of message. I don't know, or whatever the case is, right? Spirit wants you to do something that is natural, right? But when you're doing something that is not natural, you're taking on this devil contract. All right, you're taking on this hellish contract. This could also be like mirror magic. This could be mirror magic. Someone trying to live in someone else's energy or image. Trying to live in someone else's energy or image. All right, let me get the devil contract. Let me get the contract, this false contract. All right, 10th house is being activated, or wherever you have Capricorn placement is being activated. Especially with Capricorn, with Saturn going into Aries. It's definitely activating for you. There's a sudden change that's happening. Something that you've been very confused about. Something that you've been very confused about on whether or not. Oh, you can also be seeing. You can also be seeing like your gifts finally coming back to you because you've completely cut off whoever was trying to suck the life force out of you. Could be another woman, or it could be like someone on your mother's side, or it could be actually like your mom. Now, I'm also getting this message. This is not fear-based or anything like this, but someone's mother could be transitioning, right? Or they could be sick because they've been simply living like kind of off of their children's energy. So y'all, I look at death completely different. Nothing ever truly dies, but maybe, you know, the mom needs to get out of your energy completely. Someone could be cutting their mother off, and this doesn't necessarily have to be like a physical death of your mom or the mother figure that's in your life, but you could just like kind of separate yourself from them. All right, but I did see the death. I did see death with mom. What is the energy of the Four of Cups in reverse with the Devil? This is what the Queen of Swords is. So Spirit is saying that your mom actually is your deity. All right, it's so crazy with that. I have this tattoo, right? It says what destroyed me is what created me. And my mama always thought that tattoo was about her, but really it was about Kali Ma. And then I've had to, like, I don't want to say like, nah, I had to realize that my mother that gave birth to me, that's my birth mother. But like my mom, my mama, that's Kali Ma. Like, she created me, she destroyed me 1,000,001 times. My mother this lifetime only gave birth to me one time. One time. And in all of our existence, in all of our past lives, this is the only lifetime that we share where she was my mother. I found her in many lifetimes, past life regressions. I found my actual birth mother this lifetime, and I've never seen her as my physical mom except this particular lifetime. And I'm her youngest daughter. And the last lifetime, I was her mom. She is the portal that I had to come through. And in reality, they told my mother that she could not have any children. But when a shift happened and I was killed in a particular lifetime, and long before I was born to her, and I was killed in that lifetime, a shift happened and I had to come back onto this earth. And in order to come back on this earth, they had to give my mother children because of the generational curse that was put on my bloodline for my mother not to have any children. A contract that she signed. Okay? Period. Clear? My mom and I. That's a lot of people's mom and them. So it's, and look, my brother who I said don't call me, he's calling me. I told his ass, don't call me until I'm off. Four Cups in reverse. Look, the Sun card in reverse. So something has come to the forefront. All right, something has come to the forefront, and it's not pretty. Something is being exposed. Clear. All right, with the Devil coming out there, the false contract that was placed up on your life for you to go towards and cause some type of confusion or illusion about what it is that you had to do. It has been exposed and cleared. What's the Devil with the Sun? Damn, that's so crazy. It's almost as if like you don't make this particular change, you're not going to see the you're not going to see the sun. That's like what they're showing me. Like, if you don't make this particular change, you're not going to see the sun. So that just tells me that someone is going to be walking through hell. Hell and high water. And you don't have to fight to be there. Like, that's what Spirit's saying. Like, it's not for you. This particular contract is not for you. Okay? Illusion of comparison in reverse. So it says, measuring the light with someone else's flame. You forgot your magic. When you stare too long at another's reflection, what you envy is often your own gifts in disguise. So, you know, someone wants, there's a destiny swap that's happening here, or some form of mirror magic. All right, guys. Where's this mirror magic coming from? Where's this destiny swap coming from? Oh, an entity attachment. Boundaries, prayers, and consciously living closes doors. Unconsciously living closes doors. What truly yours could never be taken. What isn't can be released. And the mantra for this is, I reclaim my field. Only my soul resides here. So someone definitely is currently fighting a entity attachment from them. Off themselves. Something that has caused them to have multiple losses in life. How does one remove this entity attachment? How does one... Y'all, blame game. Stop blaming others. Okay? Stop blaming others. And it says accountability is liberation. The moment you own your part and reclaim your crown. I release the need to be right. I rise to the real, and I return responsibility to its rightful place. So this is fire and water, right? Emotion meets truth. So Aries, Leo, Sag meets Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. What should you leave? You should leave that entity that's attached to you. All right. The entity that's attached to you isn't something that somebody else put on. It's a false contract that you took on. Accountability is liberation. It's a contract that you took on. All right. What is this contract about? What is this contract about? The knight versus the king. It says, I no longer chase the throne. I sit in my supreme power. The war within is won. Fire plus earth. Drive meets domination. Drive means domination. So a knight fights for approval and the king acts from purpose. One seeks the crown and the other is the crown. So if you're fighting for something, that means you're acting out of knight energy. The Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm talking to Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. You can also have Saturn in Aries, Leo, Sag. If you have to fight for the approval of others, you're not acting in your godlike energy, right? You're not acting in your rightful place where you actually belong. So here you are fighting for a fucking seat in another temple when you're supposed to be here in Solomon's motherfucking temple, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Solomon. When you're supposed to be over here. Here you are trying to fight for your place doing tarot readings and you're supposed to be over here at church. Here you are at church and you're trying to fight for a place in the community of spiritualists. Like, you're literally fighting against something that your soul said that you belong here. First lady, that's where you gonna find your husband at, in church. Like, I don't want my husband in church. Yet, you out here doing this shit. You want devotion, you want dedication. You need a man that show up every Sunday. You need a man that show up every Sunday. Because the ones out here that's showing up, like, you looking for somebody in the club. Look up, in the shadow behind you looks like a temple. Oh, wow, it does. It does. It does. It looks like a cross and everything. That's Buddha's head. My phone just lit up, y'all. My phone just lit up. It says someone is on your back porch. Someone is at your back door. Thank you so much, Spirit. What's the Two of Wands? So someone is not trying to make any movements, any sudden movements. The other thing is, too, someone may have moved from a particular place that they were supposed to grow at. There's this thing that you can look up and see where, like, where you were born at, where you supposed to expand at, where you will have the hardest time growing at. I forget what it's called. It starts with a C. Why did my incense go out? All right, thank you so much, Spirit. What's the Two of Wands in Metatron? What's the Two of Wands in Metatron in reverse? What's the Two of Wands in Metatron in reverse? The Hangman in reverse, and then the Judgment in reverse. So again, there's a community of people that are constantly judging you, and they're actually judging because you're not growing. All right, so December the 20th could be significant as well too, or either February the 12th is significant, or February the 21st. Someone's lease could be ending like February or whatnot, and you're trying to decide whether or not you want to move. Your neighbors don't even like you. Your neighbors don't even like how you keep your grass or none of that shit. They don't even like you. They don't like the color that you painted your house, or that, you know, your kids be like, you trying to decide whether you should move. Thank you so much, Spirit. And it says stay focused and remember why you started, and then repentance in reverse. Stay focused and remember why you started is in reverse. All right. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And then repentance. It's almost like the message that I'm giving, I just keep hearing somebody talk very smart. They're like, I don't give a fuck if somebody don't like me. I don't give a fuck if this person don't like me. Who don't like me? Da 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 da. And it's just like, but you do seek the approval of others. And when somebody doesn't approve of you, you try to cast, you know, like cast stones or whatever. When shit, cast your ass the fuck on. Give me the final energy of this. Stay focused and remember why you started. The heart chakra. Archangel Raphael. So you started off as a natural healer. You started off as a natural healer. And now the energy that you are moving in. Give me, clarify Archangel Raphael. The now energy and the future energy. Thank you. 2 cards. The now energy is the five of Pentacles. The future energy is the Knight of Wands, and then the is the Knight of Pentacles, not the Knight of Wands. It's the Knight of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So this is you moving on and coming out of the code from where you're not accepted. You get what I'm saying? Like being abandoned or whatnot. So currently feel as if like you have been abandoned, and you blaming others. But this isn't about nobody else but you and your you and your God. You and your contracts. Like this is not like you have to, when you operate from a priestess energy or a priest energy, like from a higher consciousness, you cannot blame others for choices that you have made. Especially if you fighting to stay somewhere that you know you don't fucking belong in. That's crazy. All right, anybody have any messages? Clear? This is a dope message. I'm happy I caught you live. Divine timing at its finest. I have to go, but I will be reaching because it's important. You are welcome. You are welcome. Have an amazing day on purpose. Back at you. Back at you. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. Astrocalography. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Accountability is liberation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does anybody have any questions about their contract? About their soul contract? I wonder. Like, does anybody have any questions about their soul contract? Don't ask me what is your soul contract. That's the only question I'm not gonna answer. Don't ask me what is your soul contract. The reason why I'm not gonna answer it is because within this message, like Spirit said that they have been trying to give send you messages directly about your soul contract, and you've chosen not to listen multiple times. So you can ask me something that's in alignment, somewhere, you know, around that. Because I just want y'all to open your ears and actually listen to y'all spirit team. Okay, how do you hear? Close your eyes and listen here. Can you give me a message? So silly. Can I give you a message? Yes. Yes. Yes, I can give you a message. Awakening. All right, thank you so much, Divine. Clear? Can you give me a message for Amazing Grace? Thank you so much. Can you give me a message for Amazing Grace? You're welcome. Thank you so much, Divine. Can you give me a message for Amazing Grace? Awakening. First card. I also pulled that when you asked me the question. I also pulled that as well too. So awakening. So you're actually awakening to the truth of your purpose, of your consciousness. Your fourth house and your seventh house is activated. Your fourth house clear. Your fourth house and your seventh house is activated. So make sure you take a look at that. Your fourth house. That's so crazy. I think we talked about your fourth house yesterday. Boss in reverse. Okay, boss in reverse. So with this awakening, you're actually realizing that you're not necessarily like in charge, right? I don't want to say you're a follower or anything like that, but I do want to say like there is a higher boss, okay? At whatever level it is that you're going to, there is someone that has already been there. So you do have to make sure that you are not ending things too suddenly or giving up on them because you're not in charge. So this is like kind of like releasing control. Thank you so much, Spirit. What's awakening and boss for Amazing Grace? What's the message about awakening and boss for Amazing Grace? Relationship in reverse. This is also not a love relationship. And then single and sexy and successful in reverse. This is not about a relationship, but you can be coming into partnership, right? You can be coming into partnership again with your fourth house. There's a relationship maybe with your mother or your mother's husband that is on the rocks or whatever the case is. You want to be careful not to insert yourself into that. You want to be careful not to insert yourself into that because you do have the power to cause endings and separation. So kind of just like keep yourself distant from your mom's relationship, your mother's relationship. Let her work that out and figure that out herself. Because of a Jupiter placement or whatever you have in the fourth house or wherever you are looking to expand, I'm seeing a boomerang. I'm seeing it coming back towards you. So just kind of, be a listening ear. So single, sexy, and successful. You also want to make sure that you're not encouraging anybody to, give me clarification on that. Single, sexy, and successful. Yeah, the evil eye. You want to make sure that you are not encouraging anybody to do something that is not in integrity. So like, let's say for example, you come across a married woman or you come across a married man. You want to make sure, not saying that you flirt with them or anything like that, but you want to make sure you don't say something in alignment of, someone could be coming to you for advice and being like, well, you know what, you just need to get out there and, separate yourself, or saying something in alignment of, this relationship has been long over, or something like that. Okay, so be careful with your throat chakra, because you are awakening to new gifts, and those gifts are coming from your heart chakra. Okay, so with that energy rising up, you want to make sure that these two stay in integrity. This evil eye is you directing it back towards yourself, back towards your relationships. Okay, and then faith in reverse. All right, so make sure you're paying attention to what divine is telling you to do. Give me clarification, just a few cards with clarification on evil eye and faith. Evil eye of right and faith. And this is not outside energy. This is all within. Yeah, the temperance in reverse. This is all within. So wherever you have your Sag placement is being activated in the Three of Swords. It's all within because you are going through a place of healing. You are in the Three of Swords in reverse, which is healing. All right, you're going through a place of healing. When it comes to your faith, healing when it comes to your heart, your relationships, and the relationship that you have with your mother. And so they're using you as an example. With awakening being the very first card out, you're being used as an example as opposed to as the leader. So you're not the example giver. You're not the example giver. Like, you're not the person that's giving the lesson. You're actually the person that's going through the lesson. And so just be careful about choice words and integrity. That's the message. Thank you so much, Spirit. Mother Anatomy, is that a question? You put why they just can't speak to me plainly? Always a million symbols. Why can't they just speak to me plain? Is that a question? Answer that, and then I'm gonna go on to the next one. I'm just curious about information regarding. Clear. All right, y'all. I got like 10 minutes. No, I didn't ask yet. Okay. You so silly. Okay, so Swift Wind Aquarius. You said, I'm just curious about information regarding contracts. I revoked some recently. I revoked some recently from past life and current. Okay. Thank you so much. What is the message for Swift Wind in Aquarius in the contracts that they have revoked recently? What is the message? Twin flame in reverse. Did you recently revoke your twin flame contract? And then manipulation fell out. So if you have revoked your twin flame contract, Spirit, oh, it's a card up under that. And then health concerns in reverse, right? Spirit is first saying that okay, let's say you revoked a past life contract, right? And you labeled it as a twin flame contract. In this particular lifetime, you actually labeled someone, maybe your twin flame, that is not your twin flame. Okay? And so Spirit is kind of telling you, like, if it wasn't a twin flame, maybe you revoked a love contract that you were actually supposed to clear and get through and acknowledge. There's something about accountability coming up, right? When it comes to your twin flame contract, or commitment. Something about accountability when it comes to your twin flame contract. So you may have rejected a twin flame contract for a marriage, right? So the twin flame contract is not a contract that you can revoke or change who it actually belongs to, right? This is a higher level contract. So you actually have to go through them. Whatever cord it is that you may have cut or severed, when it comes to a particular person, it's going to come up and it's going to reattach again in a different type of way. If you are married or looking to get married, I'm not saying you're going to marry your twin flame, because that's not it. You're not going to marry your twin flame. You're not going to be with your twin flame. Your actual twin flame may not even be... Give me the card for twin flame. Give me the card for twin flame. Give me that. Okay, the King of Wands and the Strength card. So this is the King of Wands and the Strength card. This may be someone like you had confrontation with, but this is like a repeated cycle of you two in lifetimes and lifetimes. So it's like you have to find peace with it and forgiveness. So this particular twin flame is to teach you about manipulation and about, what is the other word? Manipulation and betrayal. All right. Your particular, and I'm not saying that you have to let somebody betray you or manipulate you or anything like that, because exactly what they're doing to you this lifetime is exactly what you did to them last lifetime. So this is where the word accountability comes up at when it comes to strength. It's like having some type of understanding that, you know, I would suggest that you get a past life regression reading done between you and someone that you cut off. like you need to ask in the past life regression contract, what is your tie to this person, and ask divine to take you back to that particular lifetime. Make sure you're getting a true, authentic past life regression reading. You know, you need your birthday and the person's birthday, all right, in their name this lifetime. And then we kind of like look into like the souls, the past life souls, because there was a contract that you guys made. And when you die, all you're going to do is just go. You're going to see what that contract was that you didn't fulfill. It's just creating a little bit more karmic debt, all right? Some health concerns that you've had, they've been more based off of like your mind thinking that you were sick or that, you know, something was wrong, when it just was really like a lot of manipulation to get you to where it is. All right, I do see marriage and commitment in the future, like a form of marriage or commitment in the future. The Seven of Cups, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably not, and I'm saying that it's probably not like your first, it's not your, it's giving settling energy. It's giving settling energy. That's what it's giving. It's giving settling. It's not a lot of what's commitment? Seven of Cups in reverse. Five of Pentacles. It's not a lot of real, true, authentic love. It's like a lot of coldness in this. So even if it's whatever this commitment is that you've committed to, or you're going to be committing to, it's a lot of coldness in it. So based off of the reading that I gave, like if you have to fight to be somewhere, that's probably not where you're supposed to be. But there is a level of accountability that needs to be taken here. All right. Clear? Can I just have a message? I just want clarity and answers that I can. You welcome. You welcome. I just want clarity and answers that I can understand. My spirit team is keeping me away. I don't know if it's your spirit team that's keeping you away though. I don't know if it's your spirit team that's keeping you away. So in the reading, I talked about, you know, knowing whether or not it's your spirit team or not. Do you meditate? Do you meditate, and do you have a spirit guide? Like, do you know your spirit guide, like your personal spirit guide? Like, if you know your personal spirit guide, there's like two things I suggest that you do. One, I suggest you do a past life regression reading. The other thing is, like, I suggest that you do like automatic writing. So with automatic writing, you get like a white tea light candle, you sit and you write down, like sit for at least like 5 to 7 minutes in complete silence, drink you a glass of water, have you a glass of water sitting next to it, right? And then just start writing on the paper. Do not think about what you're writing and ask for clarity on your spirit guide, because you have a lot of spiritual manipulation. You have a lot of spiritual manipulation. Even just talking to your spirit guide right now, like you have spiritual manipulation. So you can have like an ancestor that want to keep you away from a particular person, a particular bloodline, or a particular thing. And things just happen. So that's why I suggest you do like a past life regression reading. I don't know my spirit guide. So if you don't know your spirit guide, how can you say your spirit team is keeping you away? Yeah. So it's not your spirit team that's keeping you away. It's the hater spirits. Yeah. Well, that's not your best guess, boo. That's not your best guess. That's the lower vibration guess. Don't do that. Your spirit guides want to connect with you. Like, I'm literally, when I revoke and cut, the other side of the cord becomes upset. it's like a job that you supposed, like, endings are not, only people that want to manipulate you and want something from you, right? Like, there, it's like you can talk to this, and I'm not talking about that particular person that you cut off or whatnot, but there is like, you didn't just cut that person. You didn't just cut that person. It's not just one person that we talking about here. You actually cut a team of people. I can see you cut a team of people off. But you definitely should talk to your spirit guide. Like, actively work on yourself and talking to your spirit guide. Because even like talking to your spirit guide and getting messages from your spirit guide. Okay, so in my house, I don't let certain energies in. I don't let certain energies in. I let highest vibrational spirit team know your mind is not fried. Your mind is not fried from intrusions. They're not fried. You showed up here for a reason. And your spirit guide is saying, like, you're not unsavable. Like, you're not unsavable. You have not lost contact with them. You just need to clear out all of the other nonsense. Like, all of the other nonsense. Like, if you smoke, you need to stop smoking. If you eat beef, you need to stop eating beef. Like, you need to clear out. You need to do a fast, a cleanse. You need to do a fast, very fast. And you need to do a cleanse, very quickly. And I would suggest you start wearing black tourmaline. Like, you start wearing black tourmaline. And you're going to see who the intruders are. Yes, white candle, write down automatically, keep water near. Before you start, drink water, and after. Do that for 7 days straight. Do it for 7 days straight, okay? Automatic writing. You'll get in contact with your spirit guide. And then, and don't worry about what your spirit guide name is. You stuck on little shit. It's going to come, okay? Every gift that I have, you have it as well, too. Period. All right? Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, clear? All right. So, yep. Can I have a message? Can I have a clear message for Mother Anatomy? Can I have a clear message? The Tower card. First card out is the Tower card. What's happening? The Five of Wands. There's definitely some conflict, and then the Five of Swords. Five of Wands, Five of Swords coming out. Damn. There's definitely some conflict coming out. There's something about someone lying to you coming up. Being exposed, or you seeing the truth. Could involve a Leo and a Leo and an Aquarius. Thank you so much, Spirit, and Lovers. All right. There's something about two people. And the Nine of Swords. This is coming to you in your dream state. The Nine of Swords coming out. This is definitely coming to you in your dream state. You seeing the truth about something and exposing something. Is this about her in particularly? There's intrusive thoughts that came out in my reading last night. Okay. Is this about her? I got a question. Yep. Look, I said I got a question. This is about somebody in your family. This is about somebody in your family. You got jealousy and envy in reverse, and then family. So there's definitely someone that, like, these thoughts that's coming up, these things that's popping up, is about you sharing something with your family members, right? Sharing something with your family members. How is she sharing this? Thanks so much, Spirit. How is she sharing this? I love it. That's how. So the community card came out, and then twin flame, and it talks about manipulation in reverse. Okay. So spirit is using you to reveal something. All right. Your third and your fourth house is being activated. Okay. Third and fourth house is being activated. Now, the thing is that this shit is going to bother you in your dream state. It's going to bother you in your dream state until you get it out and released, okay? Out and released. Now, do not start a fight amongst your relationship. Do not start a fight amongst your relationship. Let me get clarity on this family. Let me get clarity on this family with the lovers. Let me get clarity on this family with the lovers. The Strength card, the Dream card, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. All right. So yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with like your actual family. But there is you can see your family in your dreams and you think it's about your family. You get what I'm saying? Like you would think it's about your family. But these aren't, it's like mask energy. With the Seven of Cups coming out, it's mask energy. And so this is so crazy. One of the questions that you asked before, but you didn't really ask the question is like, why do they keep showing me symbols or whatever the case is, right? Because people are silently asking for symbols. They're silently asking for symbols. And you being a messenger or being a communicator amongst your community, amongst your family, they're asking for, what is that called? I don't know what it's called, where like manifestation work of some sort. You be like, God, just send me a sign, right? And then I don't ever say, God, just send me a sign, but I'll be like, let me see 777 if this is supposed to happen, right? If I'm supposed to do this, let me see 777, and then boom, I see 777. What it is that's being delivered is through, I just heard conflict resolution, but that's not what I'm saying that it has to be delivered through, but conflict resolution. Like someone is searching for a way to resolve some type of conflict. Why are they using Mother Anatomy? Thank you so much, Spirit. The Ace of Pentacles. And the High Priestess. The Ace of Pentacles with the High Priestess. So this is your job. This is what you chose to do in order to receive a payment. In order to be abundant, you chose to do this. You chose to resolve other people's problems. You need a bigger answer than that. I love you. That's your message. So there's a lot of conflict that's actually coming up that you'll be speaking on. A lot to do with a relationship. A lot to do with a relationship. Being a relationship counselor, being a relationship guru or whatever case, all right? Like how? What do you mean like how? How else do people communicate? I'm communicating. How else do people communicate? Like don't nobody care about no baby crying in the background talking. If he talking, you gonna talk. That's the sign about baby crying. That's a message. He getting messages, y'all. He getting messages. He don't like this message. Like involve him in it. I need a tip for my candle communication. I need a tip for my candle communication. What's the tip? I need a tip. Okay, I think I understand. I have 4 corner altars. Sorry to interrupt. No, I have 4 corner. Why do you have altars and you don't know who your spirit guide is? What kind of altars do you have if you don't know who your spirit guide is? Am I talking to the same person? I'm talking to the same person. Why do you have altars if you don't know who your spirit guide is? You skipped over your spirit guide and went to deities? You have 4 ancestral because my telepath is fried. So why do you have altars? No deities. What are on your altars? I don't want to astral project. What are on your altars? Like, what kind of altars do you have? Four altars for your ancestors is, thank you, please. Please, stop saying that. I'm going to erase it too. Words or spells. You don't need 4 altars. You don't need 4 altars for your ancestors. Your ancestors are the ones that's intruding in your life. Or are you talking about one altar with 4 corners or something like that? Your ancestors is the ones that's intruding in your life. That's the accountability. Thanks so much, Spirit. That's where the accountability is. You are allowing your ancestors to feed off of you. You're allowing your ancestors to feed off of you. Like, you probably are someone that needs your ancestor altar outside. I just talked about this in another reading. You're probably someone who needs your ancestors altar outside. I'm not saying you don't raise the vibration of your ancestors, but what I'm saying is, like, my hands just started itching. Your ancestors, some people's ancestors, like, okay, so if you're closest to the ancestors, when you die, you go to the ancestor round. So I just talked about in the reading, like, how, my mother wasn't supposed to have any children. And then in one particular lifetime, I was her mom. In this particular lifetime, I came back as her child, right? And I am my grandmother who got killed beforehand, right? The person that sent death magic towards me and, tried to kill me and end my twin flame relationship was actually she has the soul. She has a tie to the soul that killed my grandmother, right? That killed me in a past life. So she came back for vintage because I left her bitch ass right where she was at, and she unalived me in the past life. And so she took on a contract like that too. Oh, I'm gonna get that bitch this lifetime too. But I cut that cord. I've been raising the vibration of my grandmother. They have the same name. She got the same name. She actually has the same name as the person that unalived my grandmother and my grandmother. Yeah, okay. Her name is Sean Eva. My grandmother name is Eva, and the person that killed my grandmother name is Sean Preston. Preston Sean or Sean Preston. So she came back with that same spirit, that same energy. And I just had to recognize that. And I had to not beat her bitch ass this lifetime. Like, bitch, yeah. You got me out of my contract last time real quick. But ancestral, I'm like, I don't want to do my God contract is higher than my ancestral contract. So yes, I have an ancestor altar that has my child on it. It has my father on it, my father-in-law, and Tina Turner. Okay, I have an ancestor altar, but I'm not putting a whole bunch of souls in my house that don't want to. I have enough kids. I have a lot of kids. I'm Kali and reincarnated. I have a lot of kids. You one of my sons, Kaden Jenkins. You one of my sons. What you talking about? All right. I rely on ancestors for protection beyond spirit team and archangels. No. Your ancestral contract is what's keeping you there, stuck. You harvesting energy. That's what you're doing. There you go. You over here to try to harvest energy. You so funny. You trying to plant a seed of illusion and pregnancy on somebody so that you can feed off of the fetus. You so crazy. No, you don't need to do that. You need to go towards God. That's what you need to do, babe. But anyway, so yeah, your ancestors is taking over your contract. But I mean, if you want to give your life to your ancestors, then that's between you. But then don't be mad when shit don't work out for you, because it didn't work out for them. Like, let them rest. Let them rest. I do ancestral veneration as much as I need to. No, that's, you know, I'm devoted. Thank you. I'm devoted too. Yeah. I mean, but you know, you will live and you will learn. You'll live and you learn. That's what the reading was about today, y'all. Make sure y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. Make sure that y'all check out the reading. Like, go back and literally listen to the reading. Please, y'all, listen to the reading, because I'm talking about a contract keeping you in a fucking loop. Yeah, I know it froze, but keeping you in a fucking loop. And at the end of the day, like, our God contract is way bigger than any other contract that we can take on. And God want us to be free. Like, they want us to be free. This is God's divine play. It's not our ancestors' divine play. It's not our ancestors' divine play. But you live and you learn. Yeah, I know. Your ancestors will do that, because your ancestors want you to fight their battles. You'll be like, I don't know why this bitch is spiritually attacking me, why I'm cutting this cord, why I don't talk to that. But think about it. You all ever brought somebody home to your grandma or to your mama house and they be like, I do not like that person. That person got bad energy. You know, they just be judging people. And your ancestors is not in everybody's room. Your ancestors didn't show up here. Like I said, you know, your ancestors did not show up here. That was your spirit guide that showed up here. That I'm talking to. I don't see none of your ancestors, because I allow a certain type of energy in my house. I said at the very beginning of the reading, I call on our highest vibrational ancestors. I don't think that your ancestors that you have set up in your house, I don't think that they're your highest vibrational ancestors. And even though you're saying it, you need to invoke your angels, because Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael are the ones that's going to put the actual, and those is God. They're closest to God. They're not close to the ancestors. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. Archangels do not work with the ancestors. They do their own shit, and the ancestors do their own shit. And I'm very, 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 very sure on that. Okay, y'all? So, yeah, guys, if you guys want to start making changes, active changes in your life, I do have the Divine Pivot Oil, which is especially charged with Mandurga and Lord Vishnu God Consciousness oil for $44. If you guys would like it, you can just hit me up 346-702-4044. If you guys hit me up as early as tomorrow, I can have it to you by Saturday, guys. I can have it to you by Saturday. It does ship out via FedEx protectively in 3 business days, but they do deliver on Saturday, and I always check Saturday delivery when I do my shipments on Wednesday. So I think it's like 2 business days, but I don't want to be sure about that. But $44 in shipping is included. All right. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. I'm sending everybody's spirit guides back to their rightful places, everybody's high vibrational ancestors and everything. I'm sending them back to where they are supposed to come. Again, check out the reading if you want to know how to clear all of that up. Y'all make sure y'all check out my playlist on spiritual housekeeping, where you call out your when you call out to your spirit team. Y'all, I love you guys, and y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. Okay, bye. Jama Kali, Jama Durga, Bauta Sri Saeed, may peace be with all us. Okay, Ma Kali, clear it out. Thank you.